Hey, how's it going? Man, it has been a long time. I was looking at the last time I recorded a podcast, and it was like 2019. Yikes. It was supposed to be a weekly podcast. I was supposed to watch each episode and review them. But somehow I moved and just lost track of time and got busy, yada yada. But now I'm back. And this time, I'm going to do it. It's not going to take another 6 years to make another episode. I want to start by first thanking everyone that found me and really was excited about listening to someone talk about Dark Angel. But also, I want to apologize because you had to wait 6 years for just the second episode to come out. And I felt like I disappointed everyone. So, my apologies. Let's restart and let's do this thing. Let's discuss Dark Angel. But now I'd like to discuss a few things that have changed to give yourself an update that what happened in 6 years. First of all, my email address, darkangelpod@gmail.com. I've lost the password to it, and I cannot access it anymore. So I had to create a new account. This time, darkangelpod@outlook.com. I will have that in the show notes. So what I'd like you to do, if you would like, you can just email me, contact me what you want. But I also have a phone number that I would like to give out that you can call me, leave a voice message, or you can just text the podcast and give your thoughts on the show or anything that you appreciated about the episode I'm talking about or the past episodes. So let me give that to you. Let's see, that number is 913-662-DARK. 913-662-3275. And then you can also reach me at Twitter. Sorry, call me Boomer. I'm still going to call it Twitter. @DarkAngelPod. And I'll have questions on there and polls. And check out when hopefully the next episode is. One thing that I said in the first episode that I was going to watch every episode with commentary. But I didn't know that at the time that they only had commentary for the pilot episode. So I was like, whoops. When I started watching Heat, I was like, where's the commentary? So I apologize for that statement in my first episode. I'll just be rewatching it. And if they have commentary in the future DVDs, then I'll watch it with commentary. But other than that, that's the only changes I can think of that's going to be happening in this episode. All right, well, let's start talking about Season 1, Episode 2, Heat. This is the episode where things literally start to heat up for Max, both emotionally and in terms of the stakes. It picks up where the pilot left off. Max just came back into contact with Logan Kale, aka Eyes Only. So the show opens with Logan actually telling her, there's some sus behavior going on, some money laundering, some illegal activity happening. Why don't you go over to that boat and kick their butts and bring the money back to me? Sounds good, right? Well, that's exactly what she did. And how cool was it? Did some kicks, did some punch, even did a sweet dive off the boat. That was cool. I want to play a clip. It's 2 scenes. I'm going to clip them together. And it's they're hanging out in the bar, and Max is being real flirtatious with people, but her friends begin to notice. And notice what they say to her. It actually sets up the title of this episode.
Breaking my heart. Are you running a fever or something?
No.
You sure? You look flushed.
Yeah, why?
I don't know, you seem... What?
Like you've been puddling over every pair of pants that walks in here tonight.
Stop. You are.
Hey.
See?
What? I'm just being friendly because he's cute. Did somebody correct my eyes? You been laying out for the boys all night long.
It's like you're in heat or something. Kendra was right. I am in heat or something like that. All because they spiced up that genetic cocktail called me with a dash of feline DNA. So I can jump 15 feet of razor wire and take out a 250-pound linebacker with my thumb and index finger, which makes me an awesome killing machine and a hoot at parties. But it also means that 3 times a year I'm climbing the walls looking for some action.
Okay, now we are getting into the meat of the story. We can see that she's basically a cat with the DNA as a cat. She has instincts as a cat. She has desires as a cat, and she's her own woman. She can make her own choices. She's Miss Independent. That makes you think. If you had genetic abilities like Max, would you want to keep them secret or use them openly? So Logan calls Max on a pager and does a deep dive in his computer lab, his base, I guess, his hacking base, but really discovers this company. You know, this said that they're an Air Force base, but they had a bunch of researchers, and genetic dietitian particularly was Hannah Sakova. Well, this was important, and I really like how they developed this, because that was the woman who rescued Max as she was escaping. So this is pretty pivotal moment in this episode to really help you understand who is who. Wouldn't it be cool to have a base or a computer room like Logan has when he looked up all the information on Hannah Sakova, got the backstory on her, found out that that was the woman that rescued Max. What do you think? Do you think Logan can truly trust Max? Can she trust him? Let me know. I'd love to find out. Another highlight I had was when she finally met up with Hannah, thanked her, hey, you did the right thing by saving me. But something she noticed after that phone call, when she said she was busy, she had a good line. I want to play that.
It's okay, you know. It's not like Lydecker gave you a choice. That phone call you made to tell him that I was here, you had to do it. I understand.
You knew?
When you're like me, you pick up on things, especially when people are scared.
What a nice conclusion to this episode. She's not only going to meet this woman that saved her, but she's going to do the saving. What better way to do that than do some sweet jumps and be in an X5? Perfect. All in all, Heat was a solid follow-up to the pilot. It raised the stakes and deepens Max's character. It's time for her to choose a path she can no longer drift in life. What did you think about this episode? Was it a solid follow-up to the pilot? What was your favorite one-liners that you enjoyed? Let me know. 913-662-3275, or you can hit me up on Twitter at DarkAngelPod. I'd like to end the show by relaying some fun fact and some stuff that happened in October of 2000 when this show was released. Heat was directed by Michael Kettleman, who went on to work on shows like Smallville and Zoo. You can see early hints of his kinetic, action-oriented directing style in this episode. What was happening in the world? Well, the U.S. was just 4 weeks away from one of the closest presidential elections in history, Bush versus Gore, which would later lead to the infamous Florida recount. Windows ME has just launched in September, and most people still had giant desktop towers and dial-up internet. The world was still buzzing over the 2000 Summer Olympics in Sydney, which had just wrapped up just 2 weeks before this episode. On TV, Gilmore Girls had just premiered the week before on the WB. CSI Crime Scene Investigation debuted 3 days earlier on October 6th, changing forensic crime TV forever. Meanwhile, Buffy the Vampire Slayer was airing season 5, as Roswell was still going strong, perfect for fans of young adult sci-fi like a Dark Angel. In music, the number one song in the US that week was music by Madonna, showing her staying power even 2 decades into her career. NSYNC, Linkin Park, and Britney Spears were dominating the teen charts. Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP, was stirring controversy and topping charts. In gaming, the PlayStation 2 was just weeks away from US release on October 26th, and the hype was massive. I even remember staying up all night at Walmart to get that PlayStation 2. Good times. People were still playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, The Sims, and Diablo 2 on their chunky PCs. And get this, there was no iPhones, no YouTube, no Facebook. We were still texting on Nokia bricks, and the Motorola Razr hasn't even been invented yet. So yeah, when Heat aired, the world looked a lot different. But watching Max in post-apocalyptic Seattle still hits just as hard, maybe even harder, now that the tech dystopia doesn't feel quite so distant. So, when can you expect my next episode? Flushed. Well, I can promise you that it's not going to take 6 years. My plan right now, so I don't get burned out like I did last time, is to try to go for 1 episode a month. So, there's 42 episodes, so 42 months, question mark? Let's make that a goal. Is there a name for fans of the show? Like, well, I'm going to coin one right now, and let me know if there is one out there. X5s. So, until next time, X5s, see you on the next podcast.
I gotta ask, the other night, was it as amazing for you as it was for me?
Eric, you the man.